The car say to Kemi Talks. Dr. Kemi Loyalon Soro, Monday morning, 22nd of April, 2024, in Nigeria. And you tell in Nigeria, it's a new super Chinese supermarkets in Abuja. So when checking Nigerians shopping, but Nigerians are not welcome, they're not allowed, they can't shop there. Mo first story for you because to Kemi Loyalon Soro, mark me mad woman. Kò ń ṣẹjọ́ Davido àtàwọn tó ń pè mí mad woman. But I'm telling you concrete facts about your country. Nǹkan tó máa gbé mi wá sí Nàìjíríà láti wá gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ in my lifetime is almost zero. But while I'm out here, I'm educating you about what you need to know. Àwọn Chinese family kan move sí Nàìjíríà, wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe business. Àwọn èèyàn wọn, wọ́n drill oil, wọ́n drill gold, okay? Wọ́n drill minerals. Our Chinese ṣe big business in Nigeria, and some of them are our friends. But àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé owó táwọn bá wá and the main, issue. Everybody knows that China is the biggest investor of Africa. But when they invest in us, it doesn't come for free. Ẹ lọ sí Ghana, ẹ lọ sí Ivory Coast, ẹ lọ sí àwọn rich West African countries, who are a third of Nigeria's population, Kẹlẹ́wọ̀n Chinese ṣe ń thrive in bẹ́ẹ̀. Ní Ghana sìn, wọ́n mú àwọn Chinese kan. So I heard a month ago, ṣe wọ́n mo wà ń bẹ̀ fún All African Games ní March. Wọ́n mú àwọn Chinese kan bẹ̀, wọ́n lọ ń ṣe illegal mining of gold. Ṣé wọ́n ṣe Nàìjíríà tí Buhari ní kí all mining stop? Àwọn Chinese mọ̀ nǹkan táwọn ń ṣe. So ẹnìkan wá ṣe supermarket pé gbogbo àwọn experts expat àwọn tó máa ń wá láti foreign land láti wá ṣe iṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà. Àwọn experts yẹn wọ́n rí nǹkan jẹ, wọ́n rí nǹkan rà. So ẹnìkan ṣí supermarket l'Abuja. Wọ́n lọ kọ́ bí temple so that ní mọ̀ pé supermarket ni. Someone like me, I cook a lot of Chinese delicacy. Mo ń ṣe chef, gourmet cook ni mí. Kemi Talks food lẹ́tí máa rún jẹ mi online. However, àwọn tó ṣí supermarket yẹn won't cater sound Chinese to in town. Now let me tell you something. So about America, UK, àbí Canada. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí máa ń di oúnjẹ lọ sí UK nítorí UK kì í stop gbogbo oúnjẹ tẹ́ ń rà. America kì í gba gbogbo àwọn oúnjẹ yẹn. USDA is very strict. United States Department of Agriculture. Even ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lọ sí UK tẹ́ di gàrí tẹ́ di ẹ̀wà tẹ́ di gbogbo ẹ̀ máa tán àbí at one point ẹ̀ máa wá African store kiri. Our Nigerian stores turn abroad. They're there to cater for you Nigerians. But they're also there to cater for anybody who's not Nigerian. Jamaicans and Caribbeans in the UK, some Ghana, some Nigeria, so then Laura ingredients raw from African store. Or keep a Nigerian store, on the African store. Same in Canada, same in the US. Or in Americans, Brother come by she bread in Houston, Texas. Brother a bread company wanted to be me, want to recon straight off the back, but Maureen newspaper in Houston, someone bakery on Queen. What she documentary about Agege bread. I'm sure some of you know the story I'm talking about. Our Americans really know what Agege bread is. It's just bread, but it's loafed and baked in a certain way. Uncle she bakery Agege bread. Oh, then thrive gone. This is how foreign people discover Nigerian food. And you want to China and she shop, build a big temple so that you are conspicuous. Well, I want to discover news and say, more cover the weekend now. Would they bring one story back to me? Would they let's check him on by story name? First of all, let's go back to this Chinese supermarket. Oh, they built in Kokon, Nigeria. Who saw it? Nigeria's my wole. Your store is on our land. Period. Standard Organization of Nigeria has been tagged on Twitter. Several agencies have been tagged. NAFDAC has been tagged. Everybody needs to go in there. So when that's the lobby, I want to increase prices, not very reduce prices. SON and another caloric agency, wọ́n still àwọn supermarkets kan because of the fact that wọ́n lower prices. Wọ́n force wọn láti lower prices àwọn kan. Wọ́n still àwọn kan. NAFDAC still àwọn kan because of expired things and things that are not standard. All agencies must enter that Chinese store. Everything not in standard. must be seized and the place sealed. Mo short about Wobe. Okay, NAFDAC. Anyway, investigative journalist. Nígbà tá a bá ní kẹ́ dáwó kéèyàn ṣe investigative journalist, kẹ́ support independent journalist ní sọ̀rọ̀. If I were in Abuja, màá ti wọ́ bẹ̀yẹn as an investigative journalist, màá ti ṣe story gbogbo àti blow down before now. But at the end of the day, èmi ò sí bẹ́yẹn mọ́, mo dẹ̀ ti retire 3 decades. What I want to tell you now is that number one store yẹn ti NAFDAC bá wọ bẹ̀, number one, wọ́n máa rí so many products in May, so on in NAFDAC number. Ṣé mo kàn tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ pa? You cannot sell food or drugs on Nigerian soil without a NAFDAC number. Wàá rí sauce kan bí báyìí, wàá rí pasta kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, wàá rí noodles kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, gbogbo ẹ̀ ní NAFDAC number. Wọ́n ti gbé. So NAFDAC, Standard Organization of Nigeria, all parastatals governing food, consumer, gbogbo ní kàn wọ bẹ̀, wọ́n dey shut it down. Simple. Now, story tí mo ní mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín. History of Nigeria is very important, and many things you will not hear in history. My father, Governor Olunloyo, Baba Olunloyo, my father turned 89 years old last Sunday. 3 days later, he died on the internet again. The third time my father is going to die on the internet. Some of you said he was dead. In fake news. Later that day, somebody from Punch went to the house and interviewed him, and he did a whole interview. He talked about better he do, talked about corruption, talked about Alafi and Olubadan thrones and all the stuff. Politics here. He's alive and well, I beg. When I was a kid, my father was a commissioner. Like 3 or 4 times, different commissioner. I was commissioner under Fani Kayode. I have the swearing-in picture of that one. Tafa Balewa was still alive. Economic planning at Kisola and Fani Kayode. But the one I want to talk to you about now is Commissioner for Education, Western State. There was an American school in Osun State, and it was called Newton High School. Newton High School was sitting down in Osun State, and it was owned by the Americans. Only American children could go to Newton. No Nigerians allowed. So àwọn olówó Newton, àwọn olówó Osun State. Kini capital Osun State. So God, my head is so full this morning. The eminent citizens of Osogbo came to the Ministry of Education to see my dad, saying that, look, we are rich people, we are eminent, so I know if I come a while of American school here now, all these things are happening in Nigerian soil. Daddy ba love and all pay visits in Newton. Daddy there for any ultimatum. You must accept Nigerian children in this school or close in 30 days. Do you know what the Americans did? They closed in 30 days and they packed and left. We're talking about the civil rights era. It's one of us who were in core school. But she closed school here, daddy didn't demolish it. My father was a 30-year-old commissioner or something like that, 30-something. They demolished Newton High School. You see that spot where Newton High School sat? Is now the government house in Osogbo. Ibela Regbeshola Gbe, Ibela Regbeshola co-government house, you see. So those are historical things you need to know. So Ngasi Mandela ku. So I was like, who is the Mandela of Nigeria? Muni is my dad now. He drove the Americans away. Who knew that 30, 40 years later, his own grandchildren would be Americans? And my oldest son went to his school in Covington, Georgia, called Newton High School. Apparently, that's just life. Ibito Momi Loni, Newton High School, Covington, Georgia, Lucy Graduate High School. My 37-year-old autistic son. So, Tima, wo history. Journalism is a rough draft of history, and that's one of the reasons journalism interested me. You cannot build a business, a school, a whatever in a country where you're not serving the citizens. So Balowo invested in other countries, but those people to call in their land, you're in another person's country. Thanks for watching. Translate for your friends, because I don't do English anymore. I'm not a journalist anymore.